Cindy.
Hi.
I'm so happy you made it in today.
Me too. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Kristen, and before we get started, I want to go over something that's called an informed consent.
Okay.
And all this is, I want you to sign this at the end of the meeting, just
Okay.
so I have something on file. But all it is just kind of going over expectations of what you have, what I have, and just for us to just start this relationship like an open book, just so
Okay.
you're aware of what is going to happen.
Okay.
Because I know this could be scary.
Mm-hmm.
Reaching out for help's not always easy, and but we'll get through this, and then we could get to the meat of things.
Okay.
So again, my name's Kristen, and I am a graduate from Touro University Worldwide. I have a marriage and family therapist license, and currently I am an associate, and all that means is that I have a supervisor who goes over my notes with me and just kind of makes sure that I'm on the right path, because I am just getting started on this journey. So that's what that means. I do specialize in anxiety and depression. That's my where my interest lies, and I understand that's why you've sought me out,
Mm-hmm.
or this facility. This is an anxiety and depression facility, and that's kind of what we specialize in here.
Okay.
So, and the name of my supervisor is Rachel Wiggins, just so you know. And let's see, I want to talk a little bit about my fees and how I get reimbursed. I do take your Blue Shield insurance, and it is my understanding that out of pocket you are responsible for $35 per session. And we take check, cash, or credit card
Okay.
for that. And that's to do at the end of each session
Okay.
after we meet. Our sessions are going to be 50 minutes long. And at this time, I think that we should probably meet once a week.
Okay.
And then we could revisit that in a few weeks and see how your progress is going. And we could either add more, we could make it a little less, whatever we see fit at that time.
Okay.
And I want to talk to you a little bit about confidentiality. So this is a safe place, and you can say anything to me. It stays in these four walls. However, if you, there are some circumstances where I am mandated to report if you're going to hurt somebody, if you're going to hurt yourself, if there's elder abuse, if I feel like you're hurting a child, or if you're a victim of abuse yourself, I am mandated to report that. And at that point, then the confidentiality is it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you're aware, when you tell me things, this is a safe place. But you know, when it comes to your safety, other people's safety,
Mm-hmm.
That's my responsibility. So just so you know that that's how that works. Scheduling appointments and cancellation policies, I'd appreciate a 24-hour notice. And I think it's probably easiest if we schedule your next appointment at the end
Okay.
of our appointments, just to keep you on track, because I do fill up, and just to ensure that you have a time slot.
Okay.
And it's easier to schedule things if you say, you know, every Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
It's just probably easier for you also. In emergencies, I will answer emergency phone calls. I will try to get back to you within 24 hours. If it's an emergency, it's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is an emergency, like a true, you're really in dire straits, then, you know, I would suggest you calling 911, or because I'm not always going to be right at that moment. But if it's, maybe you're struggling with something, or you want to come in earlier, whatever the case may be, you leave a message, I'll get back to you
Okay.
24 hours. And about the therapy process. So I am kind of the belief where we are collaborating. You're not just going to tell me, what's bothering you, and I'm just here to listen. I want this process to be, we're a team, and we're going to come up with the best treatment plan for you. And we're going to check in every few sessions, because if our original treatment plan that we both have come up with isn't working, then let's tweak it. Let's add something, take something away. I don't want you in therapy forever. That's not what this is about.
Right.
Let's get you to a point where you're able to, overcome some of these circumstances that you're going through right now that are bothersome to you, that are hindering your life. You're not being able to live the life you want to live. Let's do something about that, and let's try to, we'll keep you in therapy as long as you want, as long as you're comfortable with. But my goal is to get you to a point where you don't need me anymore, where you're okay on your own. So it's a collaboration. I'm gonna check in often. Like, how are you feeling? How do you think this is working? Does this type of I'm going to give you homework and things I want you to work on, depending on, what kind of things surface. And so we'll just revisit and tweak when needed. And also, this process it can be hard at times. It can be, you're digging up things that maybe you don't want to dig up. And you've buried them for a reason. But I think everyone at some point or another, you can only bury those things and forget about them for so long. They will resurface, and nothing is too big that we can't deal with or overcome, or deal with in the here and now, and lay the past to rest. But the past is part of your future. So it is important to deal with some things. So just so you know, there will be times where you're really comfortable with the process, and then there's times where you might be thinking, I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to go there. But that is part of the process. And, we're not going to make you do anything that's going to make you feel super uncomfortable, but a little uncomfortable. I will challenge you and get you to open up about some things that maybe you don't want to open up at. But just so you know, that's kind of how the process is going to work. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to feel good. And that is completely normal. And when those feelings come up, let's talk about them.
Okay.
Let's address them.
Okay.
And, again, we're in this together. So that is the informed consent. So I'm going to have you sign them, and then we'll move on from there.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Sounds good.